Hey guys, this is James Morgan. My YouTube channel is Captain J Morgan. Uh, I am trying to hold a daily video or live stream a daily video um, regarding AMC stock and what goes on with it throughout that day. And I forum type for everyone who's holding on, like myself. Um, and we can exchange different things we've heard, ideas we have on how we're going to, deal with the stock during the MOASS and just have a good discussion. So this is like my third live stream um, in that regards, and first two I thought went pretty well, especially for my channel because I primarily am in construction, and I haven't made a video for until this last week for months. But I am an AMC shareholder, and I've been holding for ever since I got into it initially in January, and pretty much have held for the most part the whole time, and even accumulated more shares. So that's where we're at. If you guys would, if you're tuning in and it's after the live chat and you ever want to participate in it, I'm going to try to do the chat every evening or afternoon, sometime probably between 4 and 7. It all depends on my work schedule and when I can get to it. But you can certainly watch whatever has gone on later on that evening, and then send some questions that maybe we can answer for the next day, and or try to participate in it. I think you would get also you can try to I don't know exactly how it's done, but you can do a notification, and that way you'll know when I'm coming on, I believe. So if any of you guys have any questions, feel free. On the last two chats, if you go back and look on my videos, and I know a lot of people tune out, before the end of the video. We didn't get started on that first couple of chats ago. It was about the middle of the video, and then on the last one, it seems like it went pretty good throughout the video. But if anyone's on there, I'll try to stay on. It's approximately 6:30 Central Time PM, and I'll stay on here for maybe 45 minutes, maybe longer if there's people wanting to talk, and maybe a little bit shorter if there is. All right, today the stock didn't do too bad. I mean, I checked in on it a couple of times, and I think by closing we had gained almost 5%. Then after hours, I'm not sure. I haven't looked at it since then, but after hours, hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can pop it up here. After hours, let's see where it's at. In fact, it's still trading some. Oh my goodness, man. That looks like after hours we're doing pretty good. That's not too bad. It's about the same. We're at 1606, which isn't too bad. At least it's holding on. Looks like a total gain of about 6.6% for the day. So that's pretty good considering what we've been through. All right, here we go. Here was some chats or some people. This is Bertney again. Hey, Bertney. What did you think of the Common Sense Investor video? Bertney, I haven't been able to. I will do it as soon as I told you I would previously, but I just haven't been able to get to it. I had to go to an event last night, and I had to wake up early today, and I just got back from work. But I will promise you I'll look at it this evening and then we can talk about it tomorrow. Lou says when the regulations hit, I'm not sure when that is. Yeah, I don't know when that is either, although I have heard when the regulations hit from the transparency rule that the SEC passed. I've heard anything from 30 days to who knows if the people that it's like the hedge funds or some of those market makers, if they can extend it. I think the time for all that has passed, so I do believe it'll be about 30 days to 6 weeks or so. So hopefully it'll be before that, and maybe they'll have to get their house in order before that, and they'll start making a run before that. But man, you never know. Let's see what else. On Parks, do you know anything about option chain? It's next to some of my stocks. No, I do not. I do know that that there was. I heard some news today. I think it was in the Wall Street Journal, or because I try to get up early and read some newspapers or look online, and I'll be watching a lot of before I go to bed tonight. I'll probably watch an hour or two of YouTube and or try to do some DD on what's happening in the markets and specifically with AMC. But I did hear that the SEC is going to allow a new exchange that I think would probably be good for AMC, or at least for stock trading in the future. I don't know so much about AMC now because I think everything's pretty much in place and set for hopefully the MOASS. I think this is actually what I'm talking about is having to do. Remember when this guy named Mark Cahodes, he came on the scene, and I actually think that Mark, he just did not present himself well to the community. I think he, he's a guy with some success and money in the markets, and I just don't think he came off well. And I think he didn't mean to, maybe, or maybe he did, but he was talking down to a lot of the AMC holders and the Apes, and I don't think the community took him well. But a lot of what he said, not everything, but a lot of what he said, I tended to, if not agree with, think it had some merit. And so this is, he was a part of that T0. So this new exchange that I'm talking about, I think it'll be good for the markets because it's more like the structure of it is more like it's deals with blockchain technology. So all the trades will be settled quicker, and you won't have a chance really they can't hypothecate the shares, meaning loan them out over and over and over again. So that will be good. I don't know if, again, that will have anything to do with AMC, because I think Adam Aaron had said he didn't want to be a part of that, and I think it might be too far down the road anyway, since we're it's almost about to do the MOASS. Let's see what else. So let me see. Was there anything else? I did have heard a lot about Adam Aaron. I've got nothing against the man, but I worry a little bit about, seems like anytime something comes up with him, it's a bad time for the shareholders, and meaning that I remember during that first run up, I remember real strong. It was the stock was had done real well, and I got up early and I was talking to my friend. He's an accountant, and we both bought some more shares that morning when it was Remember the most expensive shares I bought? Didn't buy many, but I bought some at like $68. Most of mine were down below 10, but I thought it was about to run again, and or it was in the middle of the run, uh, and if I just would have went and used the restroom, I mean, I just hit that button and the stock started dropping real quick. And so I was on the phone with him. It was early in the morning, and I said, his name's Michael. I said, Michael, what's happened? And he said, man, I don't know. So he started doing some research on the internet, and he said, man, I'll be darned. He goes, that CEO came out, which was Adam Aaron, said he was going to sell 11 million shares. It was something like that. Don't quote me, but I believe it was around 11 million shares of the company stock to raise money for the company, which in one sense, I understand that's good for the company, and it helped them get quite a bit of money in there. But wow, what a time to do that, right in the middle of the run. So, and then I also remember, if you look back on a few of my videos, early videos, he was wanting to get to be issued more shares for the company. And he said he wouldn't do anything with them until next year, which is now this year. And I thought it was a very bad idea. And he eventually just did away with that idea. So again, what I'm worried about now, just a little bit, is when he says he's going to restructure the debt. I started looking into their debt, and they have. I forgot about how much debt AMC has. Most of it doesn't hit strong until 2026, but they do have some coming up next year, and a little bit a year after that. But the majority of it's 2026. But it's billions of dollars, and so when they say he's getting ready to restructure, I don't know what that means. So, and I don't know if he can restructure by using company stock, and if there would be any way to get a hold of that. I don't know. So I'm going to start looking into to that. But I started looking back at any time this thing ran, or there was he was sort of there and selling some shares. Like he sold some too. Remember before we were supposed to have that big December 21st. The stock, they were trying to get it above 21 and 25. So it could have been what they call a gamma squeeze because of the options trading, and then it came out that, and he said it was really wasn't in his hands because he had put it, like, in, for want of a better word, into like a blind trust where it was being sold. Other people were selling it for him, but stock was sold again in personal. So Adam's done very well, for himself. But the company's done. He's helped the company also, but that's because of the retail stock investors. It's because of us. The company would be bankrupt more than likely by now, and he certainly wouldn't have almost $50 million in his personal account if we hadn't stepped in. So, I'm wondering where he's at as far as touting, the good things about the company and stuff. I know he did that. And again, this isn't a hit piece on Adam Aaron, but I was just thinking about it today. I mean, he did that $25 million to, what's that actress, Nicole Kidman, to do some marketing. But I haven't seen anything else out there about the marketing for the company. So I don't know. I think if we do stay in this for a while longer, and anything comes up about them wanting to get some shares out for the company and stuff, I would, again, until this is over, I'd definitely vote no. All right, let's see. I got some more questions coming in. I'm in at the same price, $63. Well, um, that's. I think you still have a good opportunity to make the money back. That's why I think. And I'm sorry I haven't had time. I apologize to Brittany too about it. I didn't look on line at that. I'll stay up tonight and do look at that common sense investor. And the reason I say that is because I had also said I think we need to in this forum, in this group, maybe we need to start thinking about our exit strategy when this thing, I believe, will run. Because, and I've said it before, I'll say it again. I was totally unprepared when this thing ran last year, and I was up quite a bit. And that will be, well, I'm saying that no matter what price you're in at, I believe we will all be up at some point, a decent amount, and then we'll have to decide, you know, seeing it run up like that and being all happy, we'll still have to then get serious about, when we're starting to get out of the stock. Because I've been an investor now for about a year and a half, and before I got into AMC, I was doing a lot of EV stocks, and just remember the market was very volatile, but it was a good time to buy and sell and make some money. And it was as hard pushing that button to get out, knowing when to get out, whether it was I was going to get out losing some, or knowing when to get out when the stock was going up. So that's that's what I think this forum can really help with, is helping all of us, sort of figure that out for ourselves, or at least realize that we have to have a plan. If anything that maybe you can get from this channel and from me is that need to have a plan. And you have to have a plan in life, but especially in this play right here. Hold on a minute. After this plan is, I'll plan on buying back in and agree after we get ours. Let's see. Yeah, Robert, this could be this AMC stock play here could be like, and I say this phrase because it's the easiest way for me to explain it, is like a rinse and repeat. If this thing goes straight to MOASS and just shoots up, to hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, then it's in my opinion, I think it could be done, and we'll get our money, and it'll be good, and we'll move on. We'll go to other stock, or do whatever with your money. But if it goes up and then it stays, say it goes up to 140, $50, and it stays there for a little bit, and then it starts coming down, and this could be doing the same thing that we just did when it hit the $70 mark. So that's why I'm saying, and I know other YouTube channels and people are saying this too, that maybe make, for want of a better word, they use brackets or make milestones where you think of getting out of some. And the reason is and I mentioned this before too. So is if I would have got out of, and my wife was on me to get out of about 10,000 shares when it hit 70, and if I would have, instead of buying more at 68, if I would have, man, hindsight's 2020, you never know. But if I would have, that would have been about $700,000, and I could have started buying more as it went down. And again, we don't have a crystal ball, and we can't tell, but that's something now that I've learned, that I'm going to get out of some as it goes. I'm going to watch it too, and I've got some ideas on, because none of us know when it's about to make a turn, but there are indicators and signals that, unless you wake up one day and it's at $300, well then, but if it starts slowly going up, I think we all need to have plans, and a lot of that will be determined on, what we want out of the stock, what we have into it, what our lifestyle is, how excuse me, how much we might need the money. There's taxes coming up, all kinds of stuff. I got a big tax bill coming up on, and I learned about that too. I should have listened to my, I did listen to my accountant. I just didn't implement it. So that's another thing. I'm usually pretty good about implementing my plans if I make a plan, but that's going to be something important that hopefully this group will help. Is we can make plans and sort of be supportive of each other to implement those plans. And if we didn't, we can get online here and say why we didn't. Let's see. Which is your trading platform? I use I have a few, but it's mainly Ameritrade, and a lot of that was because uh, with the bigger trading platforms, Ameritrade, Fidelity. Uh, Remember, I was new at this, or fairly new, and back when there wasn't a lot going on in the construction, when they closed everything down back in the summer or fall of 2020, and so in the spring, mainly spring and summer, and I would call them. Their customer service I thought was a lot better. I could get a hold of them as opposed to Robinhood or a Webull. I could talk to them late at night. I remember spending hours on the phone with them in the middle of the night. Sometimes I was in my office, and I learned a lot. And so that was primarily why I got with them. Let me see here. Mark is a legend. He was involved in oversight. Yeah, I was talking about that, Mark Cahotis. Yeah, I don't think he's a bad guy or he had anything nefarious. I just think he came off real bad and to the community and so yeah. But he does have this. Last time I checked, Mark holds a good position in AMC and I think he bought in about $35, something like that, a couple of $1 million. So he's in it. There's quite a few. That's why I'm very bullish on AMC too. Besides all the apes and retail stock investors like us holding the stock, there's a lot of institutions and people that I would think are funds that are in the know that are buying. Just something I meant. I just heard that Goldman Sachs purchased 300,000 shares. I think it was last week, Thursday or Friday, and now they could be using those shares to short also, but still they purchased the shares. So I think that's a telling sign there, a positive sign. You trade with your ability to read fast. I don't read fast. Yeah. Captain Morgan is good dark realm. Yeah, it is. Don't trust anyone who calls themselves captain. You don't trust anyone who calls themselves captain. Well, sorry about that. The way I got the name Captain Morgan is when I first was online here, and I won't go because this is more supposed to be a forum here, but I could not use my name because it was already taken on there. The James Morgan was taken. And so I then thought, I think I was going to be Morgan for you. And that was because I thought I would impart my wisdom. Well, I realized I don't really have that much wisdom in the stocks. I'm new at it too. So I thought that might be a little bit, that wouldn't be good. And so then I was going to be Meet Morgan. In fact, I was Meet Morgan for a while, but I saw this guy online named Meet Kevin. And I think he's extremely good. You guys need to look at him if you haven't. You probably know who he is. But then I got to thinking, I hate for people to think I'm stealing his stuff. Not that there'll probably be hardly anyone watch me. But then it was actually, I think my nephew who said, how about Captain Morgan? And so I did that. And then I put the J in there because my name's James Morgan. So that's how I came off. But I understand. AA has been undermining the company. Why did his double in 2020 to 20? Well, that's, yeah, I don't want to talk bad about the man, but yeah, I have some reservations about Adam Aaron. And we could have had a lot worse person at the helm, but I think he's in it for, of course, himself, his family, and the company. And I just don't think he gives the Apes or the retail stock investor probably the kudos that we should get, but he could be a lot worse. So I think as long as you keep him under, don't give him the ability to have any more shares, and let's see what happens. Like I said, the reason for you guys just tuning in that I'd even mentioned him earlier was because AMC is recently they've been talking about restructuring their debt, which I understand. It's a good time if they're going to do it now, because interest rates and are going to go up, and who knows what's going to be out there in the next year or two. If he wants to restructure, then this is probably the better time. But what does that mean, restructuring right now? How could that hurt our chance to MOASS? Because I don't know if it's in his best interest for the company to MOASS or for him personally. So no, that's all. But again, it's just my opinions. I could be totally wrong. He's been okay in a lot of respects. Don't make fun of the kid. Thanks, Brittany. Let's see. Captain, more like fraud. Wait, who asked? Yeah, this guy's he's all right. He's on me a little bit, but I can take it. Oh my goodness, I'm in construction, so you talk about, man, you don't have some stuff done on time, or on a commercial job, or if you have homeowners, yeah, they're all over you. But that's just business. Do you have brackets? That's what I've got an idea of what I'm going to do, and that's what I was saying earlier, that I think, and I'll really try to do this for the next video, excuse me, which I hope is going to be tomorrow. I hope to do this every day. I'll try to have some brackets or my ideas on how this thing will play out when it starts to run and squeeze, or different scenarios, because there could be a couple of different ways it will happen. And I'll try to present those. But regardless of what mine are, you guys get a plan. Again, no, I'll say this many times, when it shot up to $72 and 77 in the pre-market hours on June 2nd, I believe it was. I did not have a plan on what to do. I should have listened to my wife and got out of a little bit, but it's all sort of, you're also taking a chance no matter what you do, but I had no plan. So I think I'm going to have a plan now on how to start getting out of some as it goes up. All that matters is when the regulations kick in. That's what I'm excited about. Yeah, I'm excited about that too. These supposedly new SEC transparency rules and regulations. But man, you just you never know what's going to happen. Been in business long enough, and you guys have been around long enough. The people behind the scenes and the powers that be, they're probably strategizing right now on what to do. I'm sure they're also, I'd heard they're watching a lot of these YouTube channels, and they're they're trying to figure out what the community is going to do also. So um, I know there's a guy, Lou on Demand, and he's talking about his brackets, and I'm sure they're watching that because he's got a big following. So maybe take that into account also, because they might be strategizing around what he's telling the community and the brackets. Again, not dogging Lou at all. I like watching his videos. He's a character. But besides his character, and some people might not be, they might be offended at it, or he's a little abrupt sometimes. Who cares? Who cares if you know? Well, what I mean is, take what he is, the information that he's giving, and see if you agree or disagree, or do some due diligence on it. Just like myself. I mean, if you do or don't like me, or think I'm a fraud, or whatever, maybe you can get something out of it. So that's what I think we're all here trying to figure out. What do you have for plan for after the squeeze? Well, I've been doing what I'm doing now for about 20 years. Been an entrepreneur almost my whole life. I went to college, and like most people, or like a lot of people, I shouldn't say most, you just don't know what you want to do. I was in college for years and didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I thought I was going to be an accountant, a lawyer, one time a coach, and then after college, thought I was going to be a therapist. And then some guys called me that I went to school with, and they were overseas, and they said, "Hey, come on over here, and we're going to do some business, and you can get back and you can start your life after that." But really, life started then. And so I was back and forth overseas for years, and I learned a lot about people, and learned the hard way. Had a lot of hard knocks, and very naive in business at the beginning, and but it was good. I liked everything I did. And then I came back, started a little telecommunications company. I sold it, and then had no clue. So if any of you guys are, whatever you're thinking of getting into after the MOASS and the money, first I'd get a good accountant, and then I would just think about it a little bit, and then test out whatever you're thinking of getting into, because it might not be what you think. But if you do know what you want to do, go for it. When I told people I was going to be in construction and build homes and do some commercial construction, the ones who really knew me thought, "What?" Because I want to get my hands dirty, because I'd just been, more the book guy, or the big picture guy. But I wanted to get out in the field and to work, and then that's what I've done now, and did it with my family. And a lot of people said, you never work with your family, it won't go well. But I've been working with them for over 20 years now, and I wouldn't know, really how else to work right now. So probably do more of what I'm doing now. We'll definitely get into buying more property, do a little bit of property development, and also definitely want to do more in the stock market. Like I was saying, there was a guy named, you guys find you somebody on YouTube, and again, this guy named Meet Kevin. He's incredible for his age, and for I shouldn't say age, because age shouldn't matter, but he's very mature and he's smart. There's another guy named Stock Mo that I like, that I follow some. So I'll learn to trade stocks better. I'm not really big on options. It's not that I'm not big on them. I don't understand them. And it's not that I don't understand them. I don't take the time to do it. and I think you really got to dedicate yourself if you're gonna be trade. But I don't know what else. So maybe this will be some good. This will be good help and for you guys, or a good what would it be called? It'll help you guys, motivate you. Is I started with about $9,500 back in it was either April or May of 2020, when I thought, maybe I'll do something in the markets uh, uh, because stock market's down and there wasn't much to do. All my stuff was on hold, uh, or most of it was. And from there, when AMC stock went up to $72, I had almost $1,900,000. So it started at $9,000. And a lot of it was just, I put in money. I didn't take that nine, wasn't the $1,900,000. I probably put in another couple 100,000 throughout the next year. But it's all relative. Probably that's what I hadn't even figured it out, but whatever X that is, and anyone can do that. If I can do it, my God, man, you guys, most of the community knows more than I do on stocks and stuff. So anyone can. So maybe that's something you can take and. Yeah, that's why I think it's important that, and why we should all, congratulate ourselves for. I think we're changing the way the markets are for the retail stock investor and trader, because I don't think if it would have been for what's happened, especially with what they call the meme stocks, and us hanging on, and us like the YouTube channels and all you guys participating now, that this would ever have been exposed. I talked to some guys that I was an older gentleman that he was a successful engineer for an oil company, and he would do trading on the side, and he had no knowledge of everything that was going on, and of how I guess much corruption was in the markets and stuff. And I don't think a lot of people do. I think they just think, the Reddit crowd or the YouTube crowd is a bunch of young, people that want something for nothing, and it could be nothing further from the truth. You guys that are watching right now are, you're taking your time out to watch, to learn. You've held a stock, so and that's one thing that, man, that's what this country is supposed to be about. Is if you take the chance and you work hard and you do, you take your chances in business or in the markets, that you should get rewarded if you made the right call. And I think all of us have made the right call, and so hopefully it will come to pass where we get what we should. And I have another video too I might talk about. And some of the past videos, if you watched a long time ago, I wasn't real good at it, and I'm not that great now. But I talked about calling your congressional representative, and I still think that that might be something that would be good to do, especially if this thing doesn't MOASS here after these regulations kick in. These new regulations. Let me see. I hear my wife. I have to go here soon. Let me read these more. Sorry I had to get so close, but I can't see. What matters is when the regulations. But yeah. What do you have planned? I lost a lot of money in the market. Jumpstart my future. Well, I'm sorry you lost money in the market, but you can certainly, get it back, and just be be careful, have a plan. Yeah, I hated it when when I first got involved. Like I said, back in May of 2020, there was a couple of trades there that I had to. I knew I was gonna. It was time to get out of, and I had to push that button, and I took a loss. But you just and there's been business deals where I knew it was gonna. I'd get that call, and they'd say, "Hey, we need to talk," and it'd be one of my partners, and I thought, "Oh, this isn't good." So, so I think though everyone can do good, especially in this play. Just my opinion, but I think we can. Well, I think that's all I could. And I'm sorry again, guys. I didn't get a chance to really uh, see what was going on much in the markets today or with AMC. But I did see that earlier on the beginning of the call, I was just mentioning how the stock did gained about 5% today, which is good. I'm reading right here that transparency rule. I have not found out exactly when that's going to kick in. I'll try to do that. They said about 30 days to 6 weeks, but I still haven't got exactly. And then we talked about that new blockchain exchange that looks like the SEC has agreed to let it come on. And then we also talked about Goldman Sachs is purchased 300,000 shares of AMC here recently, which is good. And then I think the main thing was that we all need to plan our brackets for when this thing starts running. I think that's the most important. Because I hate to always harp on it, but I was so unprepared when it started running. All I could do was watch it, and so I watched it run from about 14 to go to about the mid 30s that first day, and then the next one from about the mid 30s all the way up to 72, 75, and I had no plan. I thought, well, the next day let's watch it go to 150. And so, but I know so much more. I think we all know so much more now. So let's continue this every day if we can, and I'll get better at it. And you guys, I'll try to answer questions. And again, that Burknam very much apologized. I did not. I had told her in yesterday's live stream that I would watch a video she wanted me to watch, and I'll do it tonight. And then I'll get back with you tomorrow on it. If anyone wants to, and I try to answer every email or comment. If anyone wants to email and ask questions, they certainly can at Captain J Morgan 2021 at gmail.com, and or you can send a comment. And so we'll go from there until next time. Let me see. There's a few more questions here. You're selling brackets, please. Have to tend to the family. Thanks for the chat. Yeah, thank you. You spoke in brackets about 10 minutes ago. Thanks. I started with $100 about 8 months ago, and now it's 7,000. That's great, John. Yeah, I mean, there's so much opportunity in the markets. If I had to do this all again, I grew up when I got out of school. There was a movie called I graduated in 80 from high school, 1980, and there was it's called Wall Street. And at that time, I thought, I might be a stock trader, a Wall Street stock trader. Like everyone does when you see a movie, you're thinking, you see Top Gun, you're going to be a fighter pilot. But I look back and man, you think those were supposedly you could make a ton of money during those times. I think you can make good money now. I think the markets are changing to where the common person like us can participate. And you guys are right now. I mean, this is great. And I think, just my opinion, but I think we get over this little financial hump that we're having right now in the markets and the economy. and I think we're going to go on a bull market again, especially with all the artificial intelligence and the genome stuff and all the technology. I think it's going to go great. So what we can do is all make some really good money on this MOASS, and then keep in the markets, and at least it's my plan, and then real estate, because that's what I know, and I like it, and it's been good for me, so, or to my family too. All right, guys. Well, gosh, here's some more questions, and I feel bad about it. My son-in-law talked me into it, and I'm so glad he did. Well, good. Yeah, good for your son-in-law and you too. Yeah, sounds like you have a good relationship. All right, guys. Well, thank you again for your comments. I'll try to have where we can talk every day. Again, I can't set times right now just because I got some projects that I have to tend to. I'll try to do it between about 4 and 7 every afternoon and evening, and then you can maybe catch the live chat later on that evening or night. Thank you, guys. Email me if you can. Also, if you can, but I'm not going to make money, especially before the MOASS. I doubt on this channel, and that's really not what the channel's for. I'm not monetized, anything like that. I don't have that many subscribers. But if you can hit the like button, probably even more than the subscription button, they say that gets in the algorithm of the YouTube, and that it helps this video or live chat get seen by more people, or puts it up front quicker. So you guys do anything or can do anything, please do that. But if not, just participating is great. All right, I appreciate it. Thank you. My name is James Morgan, Captain Jay Morgan, although the only guy doesn't like the captain, but hey, I can't please everybody. Until next time, until tomorrow. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate it. Bye.